Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. No reviews here. I just got done testing out this Pro Mag 55 round drone. I used my SilencerCo Sparrow suppressor on the FM57 Mark II pistol. So I wanted to take a minute to go over this SilencerCo Sparrow with you guys. I've got some notes here I'm going to read off. Just to let you know, the Sparrow 22 is the suppressor that started it all, is what it says here. It's the first suppressor that SilencerCo ever made, and it's one of their best seller. It's still one of their best sellers due to the great design. So just first off, I have no affiliation with SilencerCo whatsoever. I'm just doing this explanation video overview because this not only was SilencerCo Sparrow's first suppressor, but also my first suppressor as well. So I figured I would take a minute to give them a shout out on this. The main reason I'm doing that is because, as you see, the SilencerCo Sparrow 22, it has a monolithic core instead of the individually stacked baffles. This thing, long story short, is a little tank. I just read an article that a guy posted on this Sparrow 22, and his is over 10 years old, and he's got over 50,000 rounds on it. So the Sparrow 22 is rated for 22 long rifle, 22 Magnum, 17 HMR, 17 WSM, and FN 57x28. It is a rimfire can. So it's really meant for 22 long rifle. That's where the Sparrow shines. It's most quiet with 22 long rifle. It says Sparrow 22 simplicity, durability, and user serviceability for enthusiasts, hunting, and tactical use. All right, so let's go over a little bit stuff. So before I keep going over the pros of this, I want to tell you guys the one con that I have on the SilencerCo Sparrow 22. So this is the only part that I don't like about the suppressor. At the base of the suppressor of the monolithic core, or the mono core, it has a rubber O-ring. This is the one that I don't even know where the other half, this is half of the one that was on there. After firing 50 rounds with the drum, it might have just, incinerated the other half, or God knows where the other half went. The point is, there's two O-rings on this Sparrow 22 on the core. You got one at the base and one up top. The one up top, I've got hundreds of rounds, about at least 1,000 rounds, around 1,000 rounds on this particular suppressor. This O-ring on the top has never broke. Doesn't matter how hot it gets, it just won't break. But the one here at the base, it breaks every single time without fail. So the one up top, I haven't had to replace yet. My point of letting you guys know this is, if you own a SilencerCo Sparrow 22 or you plan on getting one, just know every time you take it apart, you're probably going to have to replace this rubber O-ring here at the base, which for me isn't a big deal. I've got several extras. I bought like 4 packs of them. It comes with 2 in each pack. So I've got plenty of the O-rings. They're only a couple bucks for a pack, so it's not a big deal. The main thing is, just don't take it apart. You don't really need to be cleaning this thing that often. So I will probably take a little brush and try to get some of this carbon on the outside of the core, just so it doesn't stick to the inside of the tube, because I've heard of that being an issue. See if there's anything I want to mention left on my notes. So you got the 2-piece liner here. I'll show you what it looks like. All you do is put those, and now that is back together. Well, let me try to do this a little bit better. You want to, I'll show you in a second. There's 2 little tabs right here. So you kind of want to index these pieces based on the orientation of these tabs. And if you do it right, it'll kind of look like that. So then, this is why I really like this suppressor. It's just designed on simplicity. That's the main thing. So here's your tube. You can see the little ridges here across the top. All you do is squeeze this to get the baffle stack in there. Right now, it's just a lot of carbon in it, but you see it. I've got to clean it, but you just line this based up on these waves here at the top, and it just goes right in. You got your end cap. If I wasn't cleaning this, sorry. If I wasn't cleaning this, I could throw this straight back on. You guys just saw how it works. But I am going to just go ahead and clean it a little bit. But I wanted to go over this suppressor with you guys. This is not going to be a long video, so let me quit procrastinating and taking my sweet time. So the main reason I'm doing this video for the SilencerCo Sparrow 22 is, one, it's built like a little freaking tank and it just lives. You know, I've got the dead air mask here on my MK57 rifle. The Sparrow is a tad longer. When it's threaded on, it's just a hair longer than the dead air mask. The dead air mask, I will say, is a lot more quiet than the SilencerCo Sparrow. With the SilencerCo Sparrow 22, you're going to have a little bit more first round pop compared to the dead air mask. But this video is specifically about the SilencerCo Sparrow 22. The reason I highly recommend the SilencerCo Sparrow 22 over other 22 long rifle suppressors is because it's a great educational tool. That's the main thing. Teaching others, specifically younger ones, like if you've got munchkins, you know, the muzzle, it might be loud. Like, for example, this FM57 Mark II pistol, it has less recoil than 9mm. You hand this to a young child, or you're teaching a younger, like a teen, somebody younger, or a woman, someone with smaller stature, this pistol has less recoil than 9mm. You add the suppressor on the end to it, now you're taking that loud noise and that flash off the end of the muzzle there, so it makes it where people are more inclined to give it a try, and it won't scare them as much. You'll have a little bit more gas from the back pressure, but the back pressure just means that it's feeding the way it's supposed to be. The point is, the SilencerCo Sparrow, it's a great tool for teaching new shooters. The whole reason I shoot suppressed is because I care about my hearing. I have a 2-year-old son, and when he's older, I still want to be able to hear him. So I double up on hearing protection usually, and with the suppressor, you don't necessarily have to do that. You can throw in a single pair of plugs and you'll be all right. Whereas when you're not using a suppressor, I recommend doubling up on hearing protection if you care about saving your hearing in the long run. So it's a direct thread, 1/2x28 threads on this suppressor. I'm gonna go ahead and take it apart for you guys. You can see what it looks like coming, so you can see how simple it is coming apart. But compared to like the dead air mask that has a bunch of individually stacked baffles, the SilencerCo Sparrow 22, you've got this monocore. Everything's one piece on the inside. I haven't had a single baffle strike, and all I use this suppressor on is a FM57 pistol. And even though it's rated up to 5.7x28, it really shines with 22 long rifle. I just hit 9 minutes. I don't want this video to even be 10 minutes long, so I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys go. I showed you the suppressor. You know how to break it down and put it back together. You know there's way more pros than cons. My only con on this suppressor is that rubber O-ring at the base, and it's only a couple bucks. You know, you can replace those no problem. So I highly recommend the SilencerCo Sparrow 22. Like I said, I have no affiliation with SilencerCo whatsoever. It's SilencerCo's first suppressor, and it's also happens to be my first suppressor as well. So if you've enjoyed this video, I really would appreciate it if you like, comment, and subscribe. As you can see, I'm sitting here on my floor in the room. This is still a very small channel. You know, I'm trying to build this brand slowly over time, but I'm doing the best I can. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more. Gnome Reviews out.